Okay. Good morning, everyone. I see, just waiting for joining me. All right, so today I'd like to do a class where we'll do a little bit of release technique for the muscles around the hip joint. So we'll use tennis ball. If you don't have a tennis ball, maybe you have a foam roller, or maybe you have this, or just be creative. Find something that not breakable, but kind of tough, so you can use as a self massage tool. So glute med, that's the first muscle I'd like to talk about, because what happens with glute med, we're gonna find it in a second, but what happens with glute med, it's actually weak in most people, but it also has lots of trigger. It's kind of weak and tight at the same time, and it can cause disbalance all the way down the chain. You might feel knee pain or ankle pain because of that, or even up the chain, right? So today we'll release this muscle, and we'll also strengthen it as well. We're also gonna talk a bit about hip flexors and piriformis, the muscle underneath the glutes. Again, all of those muscles usually get tight just from sitting. So if you've been sitting a lot during the quarantine, or just usually for your work, all those muscles probably tight, and they probably giving you some discomfort. So we're gonna focus on that today. So I'm giving you a minute to get your tennis ball or whatever, maybe like a potato. If you don't have anything, no excuse. You can grab a potato or something round and hard. Good. Also, if you have blocks, just always, have them handy. If you have your strap, have it handy. We might use it. It's just good to have all of the tools available just in case we need it. All right. So let's start today actually with the breathing technique. Sit up nice and tall, probably just on your heels or on the block. Okay. And we'll do a breathing technique, a cooling breathing technique. I don't know if you're like me, it's really hot now, right, in Toronto here. So it's good for the entire body to cool off. It also helps us to connect to water element, again, cooling element within the body. Yeah, it's called Sitali Pranayam, or snake breathing technique. I think we've done it maybe several times before. Anyways, it's great for this weather, or great in general, to decrease any inflammation in your body. Okay, so let's give it a try. Sit up nice and tall, focus within, because again, yoga is not just about releasing and strengthening those muscles. It's about mindfulness. It's about bringing ourselves into neutral mind, into meditative state. So close your eyes and just take a moment. Notice how you're feeling today. How you feeling in your body, how you feeling emotionally. It's full moon, so emotions are coming up, because emotions also related to water element, and the moon, right, it just pulls it up. So if everything coming up, no worries, just be with it, and this breathing will help with. So we're gonna roll the tongue like this. Can you do it? Let me know. Most of us can do it. If you can't, then you're just gonna sip the air through tight lips like this. Okay. All right. So let's do it. If you can roll the tongue, it's gonna be like this all the time on the inhale and exhale. But exhale will be through the nose, right? Deep, long inhale through the through the rolled tongue, and exhale completely all the air out of the lungs. It's cleansing breath as well through the nose. Okay, so let's do it for a couple of minutes. Roll the tongue, focus within, close your eyes, inhale through the rolled tongue. When your lungs are full, exhale slowly, completely through the nose. The tongue still out. If you can, you'll feel a bit of pull there again. It works on some meridian lines there, so no worries. If you need to relax at some point, that's okay. But try to hold it out. Inhale. And exhale through the nose. Inhale through the tongue. Keep going. Focus your eyes in the point between your eyebrows. So your eyes are closed and gently rolled up. It helps us to access the neutral mind. Observe your thoughts, observe your feelings. Noticing the cooling sensation, this breath bringing. Exhaling through the nose. We're gonna go for 1 more minute. And one more to finish. Deep inhale. And slowly open your eyes. How are you feeling? So this breath, you can do it any point during the day. You can do it before going to bed as well. All right, so let's get to our main part today. So we'll start with just finding a glute med and then doing the release for it. So usually when in massage therapy, we do the release first, the manual release, and then we add stretch. So we'll follow this, but activation before would be the best. Okay, so we're gonna follow this procedure. Yes, I also created a massage therapy course for couples. So if you want to learn how to give a massage to your partner, to give it to each other, especially again if we're stuck inside during the quarantine, it's a great thing to learn. So I just posted a link here. So if you're interested, you can just follow it in the Udemy. Anyway, so let's start lying down on your side. The lower leg can be bent, and here you just kind of, your neck is resting. Make sure you're not really putting too much pressure on the neck. Just rest on your arm. Can you see me? All right. So the glute med. First, find this bone here. The one we call it hip bone. It's not really hip bone, but whatever. We call it hip bone in the common language, right? So we're gonna find it here and just palpate a little bit backwards. Oh, backwards. Well, to the back here, and a little bit down. So this muscle goes like this, like a fan. So now let's activate it. So what this muscle does is bring the leg out, up the leg, and it rotates it in. Okay, so we're gonna bring the leg a little bit back, rotate it in, and bring it up and down. Then let's do it several times. I want you to feel that muscle. Notice if it's firing up, if it's engaging, or if you're trying to compensate it. If you start to move your spine, or if you start to feel it more at the front. There are other muscles that get tight with it as well. There's a little bit, the muscle that a little bit in front of it, TFL, the one that then becomes your IT band, that also gets tight. So when we release, we're actually gonna release both. So exhaling up, inhaling down, and notice here you can actually understand if it's tight or not, both of the TFL and your glute med. So if you drop the leg all the way back and you feel like a pull here, it is tight. So just notice for yourself if it's tight or not. It might be just weak, it might be just tight, or it might be both weak and tight, and that's very common. Good. So let's do a little bit more here. Exhale up. Inhale down. Notice if you want to rotate the foot out, again, that's a compensation. So you want to turn the foot in. Good, a little bit more. Good, and now relax it all the way down. You can just feel the stretch for a moment. Okay, let's go on the other side. Also notice if there is any difference between sides, because sometimes one side is stronger or tighter than another. For me, it's my right side that gives me a little bit more discomfort. Okay, so here we go. Lower leg bend. Bring your top leg slightly back. Turn it inward. Find this muscle again. Finding this hip bone. Walking back. Fan. Right there. Good. Exhale up. Inhale down. Again, noticing if it goes all the way down easily from your left hip. I almost don't feel the tightness, but the right one I did. Exhale up. Let's work it. It's really good to activate it anyway. Then notice if the foot wants to rotate out, bring it back in. Good. Couple more. Actually, no, a little bit more. 5 more. Exhale up, inhale down. Keep it stable here. No flexion, extension in the spine. There to feel it. Couple more. I know my counting is off, but whatever. We just want to get it. Just want to get it working. Okay, great. So now let's grab the ball. Again, potato, whatever you have, not a tomato. You don't want to make a mess there. Okay, so let's grab the ball. I'm gonna use this one. So we're gonna bring it here. Again, find it. Find your hip bone. Walk back. Find that muscle. And we're just gonna bring the ball under that muscle. Maybe I use tennis ball because this one is blue and you probably don't see it, right? Okay. So here, you're kind of on your side. Find it there. And then feel you can roll around. Find the spot that's tight. Because it's not very small muscles, kind of like that. So you can find where the trigger point is. And you can hold it there or do little circles. My ball is almost done. So you found where it is, so I'm gonna use this one. Okay, good. So relax this leg. How are you feeling? Don't go through too much pain and breathe deeply into it. Again, it's when you found your hip bone, it's behind and a little bit below. You can go more to the, like exactly to the side. That would be your TFL muscle. It's almost to the front a little more. And it's also good to release it. They kind of work together anyway. So maybe for you, it's more tension there. So just figure it out. Deep breathing, let it release. Good, let's stay here for 20 more seconds. If you found it's really helping you, feel free to do it later today and stay longer. You can stay 3 minutes. Good. Okay, so slowly coming up, move to the other side. And then I'll use this one to start. Again, let's find it. Find the hip, palpate it back. Here is your fan muscle here. Put it there. Slowly lay down. You can feel if you want to extend it like a keeper bend. Depends how tight it is. Maybe you want to lay down lower. Finding where it's tight. And if everybody has tennis ball. Good, found it. Again, you can move a little bit to the front, a little bit to the back, a little bit down, a little bit up. Trigger points, that can be anywhere. Once you found where it's the most intense, hold and breathe. If you need to hold the breath, it means it's too much. So just move a little bit, make sure it's not too painful. So you can breathe deeply, release the tension. Very good, and remove the block. Oh, we can stay on the side for the next one and activate the piriformis muscle. So it's an external rotator. Again, you can take it all the way down. Feet together. We're doing the clam movement, just activating piriformis. So it's underneath the glute, the main glute, underneath it, piriformis muscle. The one that sciatic nerve runs through. This is another option if you want to kind of start doing a bit of strengthening at the same time. We'll definitely activate the glute med on this side. Shoulder over the elbow. Breathe, exhale up, inhale down. Start to feel it there. Rotation. I'll go for 16. If it's too much for it to be on the side, just take it down. 8, 7, 6. Breathe. Good. Okay, let's do the other side. Did you feel it? So it rotates the hip out. It could be on your arm or in the plank, shoulder over the elbow, half plank, right? Feet together, exhale up. Don't move the hip, don't move the spine. So the top hip exactly on top, straight line. We then will bring it into yoga flow. It's a little bit different start today. Activation and release the main muscles around the hip. 8, 7, 6, 5. Very good. And now let's add the release technique for piriformis. So there are a couple ways to do it. You can do it lying down, but if you can sit like this, so one leg is bent and at the behind, like close, foot is pointing close to the hip, and another leg is here. So you can bring it under this glute, right in the middle of your glute. Or you can lay down, if it's too fancy or there is any discomfort in the knees. You can go from the bridge posture, just bring it again right in the middle of that glute, and then you can drop the leg out. So that's often the most tender spot. And it's right in the middle, because that's where the glute comes, and the piriformis is underneath. Yeah, you will feel it. Hold, breathe, relax. You can move it a bit. And if you feel it's really tight for you, you want to work on your own with it, feel free to do so. Because we're not gonna stay there today for too long. Today's mostly I want you to become aware of those muscles and if there is tension there or not. Okay, good. Let's do the other side. We'll just go from the bridge pose here as well. So lift, bring it under another buttock cheek. Okay, and drop the knee out. Maybe I'll turn here, or it's my tennis ball. And drop the leg out again, just relaxing. The function of this muscle is external rotation of the piriformis muscle. So it's good to go with its function. Good, move it around. Find the spot that needs the attention. Hold, breathe. See if you can relax everything else. Good. And relax on your back. So today I want to talk about just one more muscle, but it's a big one. The iliopsoas, known as hip flexor, and that gets really tight. But today I don't want to put too much pressure on it. There are techniques where you can actually turn on your belly and put lots of pressure there. Today I want you just to find it. So leg is flexed, and again go from this hip one. Find up your belly button, and we're gonna go in between, so halfway. And especially if you do a little bit crunch like that, you'll feel, because it's also, responsible for flexing there as well, flexing your torso, right? You can feel it there. If you're feeling any pulsation, that's your blood vessel, so go off it. But if you feel the muscle, it feels a bit ropey, just find it. You can massage it with the wall or just with your fingers for today. It's probably very tender for most of us. And you can go all the way into the hip, like from the, that halfway, you can go to the side. Just find it today. We'll do some stretches for it. Okay, let's go on the other side. Find your hip bone. Here, hip bone. Find your belly button. work in the middle. Flex your leg or flex your torso. Feel the muscle contracting. Very tight for me on the right side. How is it for you? Breathe deeply. Massage it a bit. You can just go circular or up and down. Good. Maybe next time we'll do the release, but make sure that you do things well. Okay. Good. How are you feeling? All right. So bring knees to the chest and just rock side to side. So we're gonna go into a flow, but we'll focus on stretching, especially those muscles we did release for. Okay, rocking side to side, back to the center, and draw the knees out several times. Circles out. Notice if your hips already are moving smoother. Switch direction. Or notice where you feel the tension the most. Good. Let's do happy baby. Grab your big toes if you can reach them. And draw the knees up and out toward the armpits. Relax the shoulders. Long neck. Rock side to side. If you feel you need to rock, your seat won't stop. So then just do this variation. Hug onto the knees. Make sure the tailbone stays down. Neck nice and long. Breathe. Have fun with it. Good. See if you can straighten the legs while holding them, or just bring the hands to the side on the inner thighs. Breathe. And inhale both legs to the center. Again, keep holding or let them go, whatever feels comfortable. Hips on the ground. Again, don't rock them off the floor. You can let go of your feet. Just hold here. Okay, let's do a little shake. Good. Then roll the ankles, roll the wrists. Switch direction. Great. And let's move the legs a little bit. So arms to the sides. We're gonna exhale one leg down. Inhale up. You can keep legs bent if it's too much on your lower back. Inhale out deeply. Exhale down. Engage in deep core muscles. Notice if you are feeling anything in your hip flexors. So they're touching here, right, at the hips. Hip flexor around from a spine into the hip. And now let's bring you to the chest, right into the chest. Extend the left leg down. Good. Straighten the leg hamstring stretch. If you want to use your strap, feel free to do so. Or just hold it here, then you can move your foot a bit more. Everything else is relaxed. Breathe deeply. Spread the toes. Switch direction of the circle. Good. And bring it down. Let's bring left knee to the chest. Hold it here. Now you can actually notice here if your hip flexor tight on the other side, it will want to come up. So I'm exaggerating. Just like to do that. Okay? Or you'll feel you need to arch your back more to compensate here. So if you notice any of that happening, that's your hip flexors tight. Keep relaxing this leg down. Maybe reach out to that heel. Okay, and let's do hamstring stretch here. Use the strap if you wish. Again, especially if your leg is somewhere here, it's that tight. You just want to relax everything else and just hold that stretch wherever it is. Roll your ankle. I'm walking that ankle joint. Get jammed, especially if you play some high impact sports, right? Like tennis. Good. Okay, good. Both knees to the chest, rock back and forth. We'll do more hip stretches at the end. I want us to move a little. Good. And from here, walk all the way up on knees and hands. Continue with cat cow. Okay. Shoulders over the wrists, open the elbows, spread the fingers, bring hips over the knees. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, round the back. Keep going. Focusing on the upper spine. Inhaling, melting the shoulder blades together. Exhale, rounding, widening the shoulder blades, dropping the tailbone, drawing the belly in, activating deep core. Good. Now neutral spine. And let's do this balancing posture. Reach back through the right heel, toes facing down, hip square. Left arm forward. Notice if the balance is easy for you. At energetic level, it's balance between apana and prana energies. Energy in, energy out. Hold. And you can also open the arm, reach your foot. This is totally optional. If any tension in your knee or lower back, don't do it. If you're doing it, make sure shoulders rotated out, palm facing out. Push with the foot against the palm and it becomes a bit of a back bend, a twist, and a great stretch for the chest and shoulder. And hip flexor. You can just be in balancing posture. And slowly bring it down, couple cat cows. Back to neutral spine, slight arch in the lower back, wide shoulder blades. Reach back through the left heel, square the hips, right arm forward, everything close to the midline. Reaching forward through the top of the head, through the fingertips. Back through the heel, leg active. Reach up, reach up. Feel the glutes active, feel your core active. Don't let it sink too much. And if you want, add that stretch. So just open your left arm with your, so right arm with your left foot. And you can twist. And the more you push in with the foot, the more you're adding the stretch into the chest, shoulder, hip flexor. Good. And then down. Excellent. So let's relax in child pose. Hips to the heels. Walk your arms forward. Work it on the ground. Relax. Let's take a moment here, reconnecting with your deep breathing. Breathing into the lower back, into the back of the ribs. As deep as you can. Good. Inhale, look toward the hands. Bring your hands shoulder width apart. Spread the fingers. Draw the elbows and armpits slightly in and push more. So we're activating the muscles in the upper back. Curl the toes under. Notice we want to keep the neutral spine when we're coming up in a downward dog. Don't lose it. That's the biggest mistake when it goes something like that, right? Like that. So you straighten the leg, but leg is bent. So try not to do anything like this. Bend the knees, neutral spine, reach up. Yes, notice the difference? Okay, relax your neck. Let go of the tension. Stretch the sides of the body. No rush to extend the legs. Get the length in the spine. And when you got it, then you can extend the legs. You can pedal the feet. Keep activating the upper back. Push, rotate slightly inward. It's actually external rotation in the shoulder, but it feels like we're drawing the armpits kind of towards each other, but we're pushing up at the same time. Okay, good. If the downward dog is not comfortable for you today, just stay in child pose. Good. 3 more deep breaths. Yeah. Now next inhale, lift your right leg up, just straight in line with the rest of the torso. And on the exhale, we're gonna come into plank and bring knee to the chest. We're kind of swing the leg a little. Up and into the chest. If this is too much for you to do full plank with knee up, bring knee to the ground and just do this. Just like from a cat cow, you can just do a bit of push and in. Good? Yeah. Option 2, inhale, exhale. Good. And now bring your right foot outside of your right hand. Make sure you're comfortable. Hands flat on the ground. Spread the fingers and align your toes with your fingers. Good. You can open the hip a bit by pressing through the outer edge of your right foot. And you can also lift your back knee off the ground. Draw the circles. Switch direction. You can be on the ground. If it's too much, just hold it here. Breathe deeply. If you're ready for this one, again, this is totally optional. Maybe you can reach your back foot. Some of us can, but we don't go through any pain. Which is the spine is straight. Not doing any excessive arching. A little bit of a twist. But actually, we can also go into twist here, just lifting up, bringing right hand on your right thigh, bringing right arm. That's a good option. You can walk your foot closer. Yeah, so this twist, or you can stick to this one for the day. In the practice. And if you want to work on your balance, you can go one step further and bring your elbow on the side. Raising up, lifting up, extending the back knee if you can, or it can be on the ground again. 3 more deep breaths in whatever posture you are. Oh. Good. And now we're gonna go, actually we'll come back here into both legs 90 degree. Let me go forward, you can see what I mean. Here we are, both legs 90 degree. If you have your blocks, have them handy just for your support. You don't really need them. But so the hip flexor, let me talk a little bit more about hip flexor. If we will go arch the back, it actually tightens it. So to stretch the hip flexor properly, we don't want to add arch in the back. We want to keep it in neutral. Yeah, so from 90 degree, bring the hands on your lower back and draw the tailbone a bit down and then move the hips forward. Knee to the lunge. Right? Okay, so hips square. But once you're comfortable here, you can release the arms. You can just a chest stretch. Yeah, that's a good option. So keep squaring the hips. We'll keep turning this left hip forward, relaxing the tailbone down, and then adding more stretch. Good. And then you can lift the knee off the ground as an option. You can lift the arms up into 60-degree angle, kind of heart opening, slightly lifting the heart there. Constantly squaring the hips, relaxing the tailbone. Good. And slowly bring it down. Let's add hamstring stretch here. Grab your blocks. We want to keep the hips square, spine in neutral, and then just without losing any of that alignment, lean back into hamstring stretch. Even if the leg is bent, hold, breathe. Maybe you can relax a bit deeper into it. Toes up, you can wiggle the toes, keep elongating the spine. Deep breathing, but soft, relaxed. Good. Now let's land the foot and add the balance here. If you have the blocks, you can create tripod for your balance, for your comfort, but it's optional. We're gonna lift up, hip square, press back through that left heel. Warrior 3, long neck, with the arms off the ground. So now you'll feel all the muscles in the hips start to engage. Your hamstrings, the glutes, the glute med, the inner thighs. Everything is working to stabilize. Good. And step back from here. Let's just step back into downward dog. Paddle the feet. Remember how we get there, right? So bend the knees, neutral spine, relax your neck. Good. And now option, we're going to swing the leg. So if you don't want to do it from the downward dog and plank, you're just going to go in the cat cow. You're just going to reach back and forward. And kind of more on a, just swinging kind of motion. Okay. Here, inhale up. Exhale, plank knee to the chest. Keep your shoulder blades wide, stable as you bring in your chest forward. Over the hands. Inhale up, exhale down, couple more. Good, and just step outside of your left hand now in the dragon lunge. Right. Put you on the screen again. Okay. So fingertips and your toes in one line. Comfortable here? Yeah, make sure your foot is not somewhere here. You want to bring it in line here with the hands, with the fingers. Don't worry about this leg, so get here first. Then you can extend the back leg more if it's comfortable. Okay. Now the next step would be to rotate the hip out. Notice not the foot. You don't want to overstretch the foot. You almost like flex it, toes up, and then rotate, feeling it just in the hip. Not in your knee, not in the foot. Good. You can lift the knee off the ground and then circles. Switch direction. Good. Again, for some of you who are ready for this one, and just reach in your back foot, the right foot, with your left arm. So it's extra, again, extra stretch for chest and shoulder. Your other option, hand on the thigh. Walk your foot a bit closer. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist. Open left arm. You can lift the knee off the ground. So you need a twist now. Option 3, balance in one. Elbow on your thigh. Notice your knee over the heel and the back heel. Lift the knee off the floor, reaching back. Keep your quad active. If it's here, that's fine. Engage your core. Option. Okay, good. Back to the center. And we're just gonna come up here, 90 degrees for both legs. So we get in a proper hip flexor stretch. Hip square to the front. The foot, you can check by the foot. The foot should be completely in the center, not twisted in or out. Yes, for there. Good. Okay. Now bring the hands on your lower back. Melt the tailbone down. Don't let it arch. And then send the hips forward. Good. Feeling the stretch. This hip might start to open out. Don't. Hip square. Once you're comfortable, just stretch. You can lift the knee off the ground. And you can lift the arms up, 60-degree angle. Opening the heart. Just lifting it up in a very relaxed way. Reaching up through the top of the head, through the fingers. Good, and slowly bring it down. Okay, from here, neutral spine, shift your weight back into hamstring stretch. You can use the blocks. Long spine. Don't lose the slight arch. Both sit bones go back together. No twists going on. You like with your tailbone, you're kind of drawing back and actually a little bit up to add that, again, neutral spine. Back and up. Got it? Good. Let's take it into balancing. So land your left foot, create tripod with the blocks if you have them. Inhale, lift up, press back through right heel, square the hips. Back parallel to the ground, leg parallel to the ground. And the neck. And when you're ready, arms along the side. Or maybe you like variation with arms forward, it's a lot harder. That's really good if you can do it. Okay, square the hips. If you're losing the form, come back here, square the hips. Feel all the muscles are engaged there. Hamstrings, glutes, other thighs, like your glute med. Quads too. Keep it active. Good. And step back, downward dog. Inhale, look forward, step forward, relax into forward fold. Toes slightly in, soften the knees as much as you need to relax the neck. And inhale, roll the spine up. Coming up to standing. Okay, check the time. How we doing? Let's do a couple standing balancing, and actually we'll gonna feel like glute med again, and we'll release the hip flexors standing as well. So if you have a block, we're gonna try to stand on the block. So you might need to hold on to something. If you don't have a block, maybe use like a really big book. You just want a little bit above the ground, really. Okay, so let's stay on the right foot. Good. And see, you can hold on to something, and I'm just gonna swing this left. We'll repeat it again. So this is, we're just practicing in case you still get in your book. All right, to the other side. This is more for hip flexor release, but I also want to show you the glute med exercise here. Just gonna turn this way. Right foot up. So hold it here. You see how your hip bones in line? And now we're gonna drop it here. And now we're gonna lift. We're gonna drop and we're gonna lift. So that's exercise to work on that glute med. Right? I'm not dropping, I'm not bending the knee. Just here. So just dropping, going in diagonal here and back up center. Diagonal, center. You might need to hold or something, that's okay. If you can do it, balance it even better. Good. Can you feel it? As I said, it can be weak and tight at the same time. You know, it feels weird when you just stretch and strengthen it. Okay, let's do the other side. Okay, same line. So notice, even just to keep it in the same line, you have to engage here, right? And drop, and drop. Again, I'm not bending the knee, I'm not doing the squat. Working here. Let's do 8 more, breathe. If you have to do it slower, that's totally fine. You don't have to do 8 more. Just as many as you can, activate it. All right, good. Now let's switch, and now we'll swing again, in case you didn't get it the first time. Okay. So here, let's just swing. Nice. And maybe let's do circle out and circle in. Give it a little shake and switch sides. Ready, swing. Notice you don't want to go into the arch. Keep the tailbone relaxed. And let's rotate it out several times. And very good. Okay, one more standing, should we? Oh, you know what? It's okay. Let's take it down on the ground. Just make sure we finish up with some nice stretches for the hips. Take it down through the squat. As low as you can. Move side to side. If it's comfortable, if it's not comfortable, use the block. Sit on the block. Join us here. That's fine. Yeah. Very good. And relax. Extend the legs forward. Give it a little shake here. Lie down on your back and have your blocks handy. Okay. Bend the knees. Bring the block between the inner thighs, palms facing up. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll down. And now hold it up and interlace the fingers underneath you. Walk shoulders closer to each other. Press arms down. Reach up. Now, if the wheel pose is something that's in your practice, you can feel free to do it here. So elbows up, hands close to your ears. Lifting up. You're still holding the block. Again, this is totally optional. If you haven't done it before in the class with the proper sporting, you don't have to do it now. So from here, release the arms and roll the spine down. Remove the block, knees to the chest. Relax. Good. Now we're going to try this. We're just going to bring one block under the sacrum, so just below the lower back, between the tailbone and the lower back. Extend your left leg and bring your right knee up. Again, you can just use a block, you can use maybe a little pillow, you can use a book. So lifting the hips a little off the ground so you feel more stretch in the hip flexor on the left side. Hold. We don't want to arch the back, so make sure it's comfortable there, it supports your back. Very good stretch for hip flexor. Let's switch sides. So bring the knees up, hold your other knee in, extend your right leg down, relax it there. Feeling the stretch here. Yeah, so I'm on the block. So in my sacrum area between the lower back and the tailbone, very supported there. Relaxing this right leg down. Good. Now just bend both knees. You can stay on this little block or you can remove it. It's going to drop one knee in and another knee in. Inhale, center, feet wide apart. Exhale, drop your left knee in. Inhale up, exhale, drop your right knee in. And the foot is just follow. Make sure there is no awkward twist in the foot. Good. Next time your left knee in, hold it here and bring your right heel on top. Hold in the stretch. So this gets a TFL. It gets part of a glute med. Might even go into a hip flexor. It's a nice stretch. Whatever is tight, you'll feel it stretching. Inhale up. Again. Step wide. Drop your right knee in. Bring your left foot on top. Ideally, we want to keep the seat bone down. And if you drop it, it's not a big deal, just a bit different stretch. If you want to stick to the hips, keep the sit bone on the ground. Good. Back to the center. All right. So let's just bring the knees up and do circles several times. Again, assessing your hip joints. Is it moving better? I can feel a lot less clicking in my hips now. Hope you're noticing the difference as well. Now bring your right ankle above your left knee. Again, it's not in your foot, right? Figure four stretch. It's above the heel. And feel free to rock side to side. Add a resisted stretch by pushing with the ankle against the thigh and then deepening the stretch. Open your right arm and twist to the left, look to the right. Right knee pointing straight up. Or you can move it a bit here. See right knee. Down. And with the ankle, you can still resist against the thigh to activate the muscle that is stretching. Back to the center, extend the left leg, knee across to the opposite shoulder. So this is just piriformis stretch. We did release for this muscle today with the tennis ball. Good to stretch it now. You've done twisted root before, so this is option. So it's very straightforward, right? Hips on the ground, no rocking, just taking it to the opposite shoulder. But you can bring the other knee right under and grab both feet. If you feel you losing your alignment, the hips are rocking up or you're tensing your neck, come back to the previous variation. Right, if you hold your feet, you can press with the outer edges of your feet against the palms, activate the muscle, and then pull it towards you. Good. Okay. Reach up, give it a little shake. Bring it down. Let's do this one again, just to release it. Looking side to side. Okay, other side, left ankle above your right knee. Figure 4 stretch. Resist with your left ankle against your right thigh. And then open your left arm. Inhale, exhale, twist to your right. Look to your left. With your left ankle, resist against your right side, and you can move the knee up and down. Inhale back to the center. Left knee to the chest and across to your right shoulder. Let the hip stays down, not rocking off the ground there. So that's a great option. Just breathe, feel the stretch in the piriformis, in the glutes, or you can do this twisted roots. Reaching your ankles. So your left knee should be exactly above your right knee. Otherwise, stick to the previous variation. And push with the feet against the palms. And good. All right, let's relax now. Extend the legs, extend the arms, give it a little shake to the legs. Okay. So, well, let's finish with the fish pose just to get a little bit into the upper body because we did so much for the legs today. So palms staying up. We're just gonna inhale and lift up. So pressing with the elbows, with the forearms, lifting the heart, slide arch in the neck. So we the back of the head and the kind of top back of the head is on the ground. To feel really good, so you actually just strengthening the muscles in the back of the neck, in your upper back, and your lower back. Keep your legs relaxed. Press up with the arms a bit more, so you're using the strength of your arms to hold yourself up. And release, bring the hands behind the neck, and just with the weight of the head, stretch. And relax, arms to the sides, legs to the sides, roll the head side to side. Massaging the scalp. If you feel like you need to do another stretch before we do Savasana, maybe you want to do another twist, wherever it is, maybe more for the neck, shoulders. Mhm. We did focus on the legs a lot today. I think next time we'll definitely add more upper body. Good. And relax completely in Savasana. Close your eyes, focus within. Notice if you feel any difference in your hips. They feel more relaxed. Start that awareness relaxation in the hips today. Breathing deeply, letting go of the tension. Deep belly breath, relaxing the hips. Your legs and hips are completely relaxed. Moving up into the belly, into solar plexus, into the spine, and relaxing there. Moving up, heart center, chest, arms, elbows, wrists and fingers, relaxing completely. Bring attention to the throat area, softening and relaxing. Relaxing your face, your jaw, let it out, move it, open your mouth, relax your tongue, relax your face, your eyes, your forehead, and your skull. And allow yourself complete relaxation, relaxing your mind. Feel free to stay in Savasana as long as you wish. Or if you're ready to wake up, take a deep inhale. Exhale. Again, deep inhale. Exhale, side out. Start wiggling your fingers and your toes. Rolling the hands, rolling the feet. Take your time. Inhale, extend the arms over the head. Exhale. Again, inhale, reach up, up, up. And the exhale, bring knees to the chest. Just hug them in. Rock side to side. Whenever you're ready, roll on the right side. Stay here for a moment. And then coming up to seated. How you guys doing? Let me know if you feel it was beneficial for you to use this self-release techniques with the ball. If you felt any difference, if you'd like to keep using it. All right, and I'll see you next week. And again, if you'd like to learn massage, I created a course on Udemy, partners massage, so massage for couples. So you can learn how to give proper massage to each other. There is some anatomy there. You learn some basic muscles and where those trigger spots usually located. So yeah, check it out. I posted into the notes here, not in the notes, into the comments here. Okay, thank you for joining me this morning. And again, happy full moon.